Hi everyone, coming on for a tarot card pull for the new moon in Gemini we have coming up this Sunday. And as you already know, new moons are about setting some new intentions. So I wanted to pull a card or two on maybe how we could approach that moving into this Sunday. What I do want to do before I pull a card though is I would like to show you the image of the High Priestess card. Now, I did recently put this card up on my socials with a little saying that I wanted people to kind of just take on board, and that is, your truth is in your knowing. And I'd like for you to consider the idea of that with this new moon. Gemini is a sign of curiosity. It's an air sign, which means it's the mental body. And Gemini really does, it's a mutable sign, so it really does invite in just curiosity, questioning, inviting in new concepts, new ideas. But what I would like for you to maybe consider is, with that High Priestess energy, that whole idea of our knowing, could we invite in some maybe new energy or new intentions with this new moon about our knowing? Because sometimes when we get caught up too much in our heads, we lose what we know to be real and true in our knowing body. And the reason why I think this is an interesting time to invite both of these concepts in is sometimes Gemini can look outward. The grass is always greener, or what's over there, or what do they have, or which, can create curiosity, yes, but what it does is it takes us outside of ourselves. And I feel like we've done so much work leading up to this new moon on really getting reconnected in, getting grounded, listening to our truth and our authenticity, that I'd love to kind of bring in that element with the curiosity of, okay, what do I know to be real for me? And what do I know I want to get moving on, or things that I want to instigate with this new moon, and not over analyzing that, not overthinking it. Because idealistically, this card, the High Priestess, is ruled by the number 2, which is about balance. When you think about Gemini energy, we've got that 2 twin energies, right? And Geminis can be very almost polar opposites in their energy. So what I'd love to invite in with this new moon is bringing some balance back in between the mental body and the energy body, the knowing, that intuitive self. I think it'd be fun to play with. So with that being said, I'm just gonna put that High Priestess card back in the deck and just give things a little bit of a shuffle. I also think the word change is coming up. Change is on the horizon. We're kind of entering summer season, the solstice, and this would be a really nice new moon to invite in change. Geminis love change, right? They get bored easily. So with that element of change and that element of knowing and truth and individuality and authenticity, where could we look at changing our perspective on things, changing the flow of things? Because when we change energy, it invites in shifts and newness. So I don't know, I felt called to bring that into the conversation as well. This bent over, so I'm going to pull it. So look at this, is a beautiful card. Some people in the tarot world call this the gift. It is about abundance. It is about dreams coming true. It is about just all the goodness coming in. 9 is about either perseverance or culmination. So I feel like it's Spirit's way of kind of coming into the conversation today to say there is so much potential beautiful things to come of you taking a motivational step for change. I feel like we needed to see this card too, because perhaps some of us are feeling scared right now, scared of change, especially if it's something that has been on your heart for a while and you need to take some bold steps to making it happen. To see that card come in, I just put it back in the deck. So if it comes out again, usually I'll put it to the side, then we really know that that's what it wants to say. That there's a lot of beautiful gifts awaiting you, abundant things to come from the shifts that you're about to embark on. Very interesting. So we have a 7 of Pentacles. So we had the 9 of Cups, which I just said is the gift card. The 7 of Pentacles is about changing direction. So again, about change, shifting our plans in Pentacle, which is our productivity, our health, our money, our tangibles, to create this new root system. It's about anticipation. It's about getting excited for change and what it's about to bring us. Let's pull one more. I think that was kind of 2 really interesting cards to come together. Gifts from change, and then anticipation of getting things into motion to see the productivity of that. I find that really interesting. And this is so cool that this came up for us right now, because this is the Sagittarian card of the deck, and Sagittarian and Gemini energy for me are like one and the same, sorry. They're 2 energies that are so similar, but this is fire, which means our energy body, which we just talked about when we were talking about our intuition. And then Gemini is our mental body, swords. So that's the Page of Swords is Gemini, and the Page of Wands is Sag. So here we go, folks. Again, this invitation to invite in what lights us up, to get out of our heads and get into our knowing, get into our energy body, get into our spirit body, and really integrate those 2 energies with this new moon. Oh, I hope you enjoyed this. I thought they were really interesting cards for us. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in a few weeks during the full moon and moving through solstice season, my favorite time of year. Okay, everybody. I hope you're well. Reach out if you want to connect. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.